Mike, we've got to get into the mailbag, and this actual, what we're talking about here pertains to the first question. So point to you, and then we'll carry on.
Well, every indicator is that Tavares wants to go someplace where he can win. If he leaves the Islanders, he's going to go to someplace where he thinks he can win. Now, I think he will think, and I think a lot of people think, that Toronto is a place you can go to win, but there are a number of other teams too. So, we'll find out on July 1st or maybe a few days before whether it'll happen, but it's up to interpretation, and it's up to him where he wants to go.
Mm-hmm. All right, time for Mike's mailbag, hashtag AskMike, hashtag Mike's mailbag in the YouTube chat. Make it bold, all caps, so I can see it. It'll come to my notifications, and we'll get your questions through YouTube into a future podcast. Our question at Parman123, asking about the Tavares situation. Can the Leafs sign Tavares at 20% of the cap for 1 year and extend him 8 years after Jan 1st, 2019 at a cap-friendly $10 million? Nothing in writing, of course. Anything to add to that, or do you want to carry on?
I think it's plausible, but I think even if they sign him at $10 million for an 8-year deal, it's going to mean down the line that the Leafs are going to have to make a decision on one of the big three.
Yeah.
They can sign Matthews. They can pay him what he deserves, which is a lot. They can sign Marner, but I don't think they can sign Marner, Matthews, and Nylander. They'll have to make a decision, and probably of the three, Nylander is the one who I would think move, but you don't know.
Apologies for the audio difficulties and troubles that we're having. We're working to sort these things out, and trust me, as time goes on, this podcast is going to evolve into a superpower, and it's going to be technologically right up to speed along with that superpower status. So bear with us, folks. We are certainly in the growth mode, and it's all because of you. I honestly think Mitch Marner could be a Leaf for life. I don't see him. The city loves him. He is the city. He is the epitome of a natural ability in this game. I see him outlasting Nylander 100% and potentially even outlasting an Austin Matthews. He's the heartbeat of the team, in my opinion. And there's definitely some favoritism on my part being shown here because I know the kid. He's a wonderful guy. He's an incredible player. And you saw what he did in the playoffs, Mike. I mean, the guy's he's 5 foot nothing, and he weighs nothing. And you saw what he did in the playoffs. He could take over games. He's just incredible. I just don't see Mitch Marner going anywhere. And I hope they can all stick together, but I doubt the band will be kept intact in order to win the Stanley Cup. Someone may have to go, and I can see it being Gardner. I can see it being Nylander, but don't kill me. I care more about the team than I do about these players individually. A couple more questions before we go. At Benny_Rumble. What would you offer JVR to keep his annual 25-plus goals around? If you don't want to keep him, who do you see filling his spot next year? Let's keep these answers quick, Mike, so we can wrap it up.
I think the only way the Leafs sign a JVR is on a short-term deal, which would probably be 3 or 4 years at, say, $5 million. And I don't think he's going to take that because he has the opportunity to sign for 7 years at probably $6 million per. So the Leafs may make a courtesy offer, but I don't think it's going to happen. And as for who will replace him, maybe Andreas Janssen. I mean, it's a different type of player. I mean, but he's a left winger with the dynamic speed and scoring ability. And, we've seen him in a fourth line situation, but he could be moved up into a top 9 role. And I think he has the ability to score 20 goals as a rookie.
Hey, what's Lonnie Bahanis up to? At Steel Saint 03, with the 25th pick, do you see the Leafs selecting a center/winger or D-man? Akil Thomas and Isaac Lundstrom have both been projected to go between 20 to 25. Have you heard about either player? Real quick, Mike.
At the Combine, the Leafs talked to almost every center that could be drafted in the first round. I think they're either going center. I think that's the focus. Not wing. They're not going to go wing. It's either center or defense, but I think the best available player at either of those two positions. I know of those players. I don't know whether the Leafs are specifically interested in them, but I think that, I know that they're targeting center, but I continue to say they could very easily trade that.
Okay. Can Connor Brown develop into an offensive force to be reckoned with for the Leafs. Hashtag TML Talk. This comes from at Eli362.
I don't know about offensive force, but I mean, he scored 20 goals as a rookie, and he played, I'd say half the season with Matthews. If he plays with Matthews or if he plays with Kadri, I think his numbers will go up. I think he tops out at maybe a 25 goal score, but that you can't sneeze at that. That's good.
Yeah.
So I'll take as many Connor Browns as I can get my hands on.
Sure, he's a puck retriever. Love him. You know what? He was a guest on the Convo a couple of years ago when he was still dominating at the AHL level. Remember, he was the first dominant Connor with the Erie Otters. He won a scoring title. He won that scoring title with the Otters and was that dominant first round of the Connor historic lore in beautiful Erie, Pennsylvania. And then some kid named Connor McDavid stole his thunder. I don't know. What is he up to now? Is he playing in the Southern Quebec League somewhere?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know. And finally, at Troy W. Music, regarding the upcoming expansion draft, does a pending RFA need to be protected? Using Nylander as an example, if he signed a bridge deal that expires by the expansion draft, could he potentially be retained without being protected? How or will the draft affect upcoming contracts?
Yes, he has to be protected, and if the rules stay the same, which that they would for Seattle. Remember, Seattle or Las Vegas had access to negotiate with RFAs prior to other NHL teams. So they had a window before July 1st to be able to talk to RFAs because they had a wide open roster. So I can't remember if they signed anybody, but they had the ability to talk to them. So I would say, first of all, Nylander is going to be protected. But second of all, if he signs a bridge, it's probably going to be a 3-year bridge for that reason. And the thing is, they still have a year before he becomes an unrestricted free agent with a 3-year deal. So I think that's the direction they'll go.
There's a reason you're the best, and you just proved it. Mike Augello, thanks a lot. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, Norman.